Are you ready yet, Josh?
I'm not quite ready. I'm still eating my chip.
Well, when you're ready, we're ready to start.
Okay.
In 3, 2.
Do you love to travel?
Do you love road trips?
Do you love finding hidden treasures in towns all over the USA? Hi, I'm Joshua.
And I'm Craig. Welcome to Treasures of Our Town. It's a podcast that explores unique and charming towns scattered throughout the United States.
Guided by our love for location-based games like geocaching, join us as we venture to some of the country's most intriguing destinations, uncovering hidden gems and local secrets along the way.
On today's episode, Josh, this is a bit nostalgic because we're going to go back. We're going to go back to Gilby, Josh. Our minds are going to go back to the Disneyland of geocaching.
Yes. This is like the third time we've talked about Grand Forks / Gilby, but
this is true.
But we're going with a little bit different angle. Mm-hmm. And you know what? This is a little bit different show because we're not really going to talk about a place like the focus on a place. We're talking about a special thing. Something, Craig, that you and I have in common. Something that you and I worked very hard on. You mostly. I'll just be honest. But it was in my head. So, and that is, we are going to talk about the making of our finalist. I'm going to even say award-winning because
award-winning?
Yeah, we've had at least 2 GIFF events. They'll tell us that we were the winners out of 600.
Two out of 2,000 events that happened worldwide.
And those might have happened. Those might have happened in North Dakota, maybe.
Because they know the caches themselves, exactly.
Yeah,
and they saw themselves in the movie.
And you know what? They're proud of their town. They're proud of their state. That's why they probably voted it as number 1. And that's a rare thing these days when people are proud of their town.
You got it in early again, Josh.
I know. It was just hanging there like ripe fruit to be picked. And I had to pick it.
You had all episode. Wow. Anyway, Josh, upgrades and delays before we get into our GIFF filming. What has been your upgrades or delays, mate? Which would you like to start?
I want you to start first because mine is just going to segue real nicely into the topic.
Okay. Yeah, well, mine isn't because mine. I'm gonna say my delay first, Josh. My delay is that I had a bad medical episode last night. Yes.
Again?
I haven't had this one in a while. Not lost. I didn't lose a toe.
Well, the last time we were on here, you got stung by a bunch of bees.
Oh, that's true. It wasn't. They were yellow jackets. They weren't bees. They were yellow. jackets.
Okay.
Same location in Alabama as well, but it wasn't yellow jackets. It wasn't anything else. It was my own mistake because I did some hard labor work, intensive work all day long, didn't have enough water, didn't have enough electrolytes, and so I suffered from really extreme cramping both my legs, both my thighs of my legs, and I basically laid in pain on my stomach on the hard floor for at least 15 to 20 minutes.
Oh, wow.
In absolute agony. So
yeah, and this is segueing into your upgrade because chicken coop work is hard work.
That's what I was doing. I was building a brand new chicken coop. Yes, I'm a chicken dad. I'm also a duck dad too because we got 6 chickens and 2 ducks. And yes, for everyone out there, I do understand chicken math. I get it, and it's a thing. And
what is it? I've never heard of that.
You've never heard of chicken math? Well, chicken math's a point where you get chickens. You raise the chicks from little babies into pullets into chickens, and you build the chicken coop, and then they're in the chicken coop, and then you really enjoy them. They give them fresh, delicious eggs, and they're fun to watch. And then you feed them some more. So you go past Tractor Supply once again and think, oh, you know what? I need another few because there's only 6, so I might as well round up to 10. You see, and then when you round it up to 10, you go, well, that's just 10. That's just an easy round number, but I don't like round numbers. Let's get it up to a dozen. So you go to 12. So chicken math is the constantly growing of your flock.
Lots of more chickens.
More and more chickens will grow in your flock. Yes.
A question. Are the chickens in the coop already? Are they in there?
No, not because the coop's not actually fully built yet. It's taken a few days, I will say.
Oh gosh, that's
it's a big job, Josh. It is a big job. So.
I have respect for you because I don't think I would know where to start to build a chicken coop. That would not be something I'm good at.
This is like the Coupe de Ville of chicken coops. We'll say that.
I know, it's very nice.
So anyway, yeah, I got the plans online and ordered all the materials from Lowe's. Not sponsored, but unfortunately. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. So let us know if you know chicken math and if you got any chickens raising yourself in the I was going to say the comments or the description or whatever. But anyway, we don't have that here. Anyway, Josh, what has been your delay or upgrade? We're heading to you now.
Well, these last 10 days have been so much fun, Craig.
Oh,
because these last 10 days have been all about the Geocaching International Film Festival worldwide. Over 600, Craig, 600 events worldwide. In our GIFF film, we have a trackable in there.
Yes.
And all day, every day, just in the last 2 minutes, I can't believe I've never had a trackable get more discoveries than having a trackable in the Geocaching Film Festival. We're talking thousands. Yeah. So, I figure, I don't know, they're going to probably share the final count, but I did the math. 600, let's say 600 events. Let's say if the average event had 30 people, that's 18,000 people.
Wow.
That fills a basketball, like an NBA basketball stadium.
Yeah, of geocaches. All with
a lot of people.
All with their GPS devices hanging off their hips and their hats on, and they're wanting to get out and about. But no, they're watching a film indoors.
Yes.
So yeah.
So that's just pretty exciting, and we've gotten, now that it's out, now that it's actually on YouTube, I've posted our video on our channel, and we'll talk a little bit about that later. We're getting just all kinds of lovely, kind comments from the geocachers on how they've enjoyed it. And so we'll talk a little bit about that. And so that's my upgrade. The whole week was fun. My delay involved I hosted a GIFF event, which was also amazing and awesome. Yeah. But there was some stressful moments, and that was my delay. And we'll talk about that, I think, later in the episode. But we have to go to the very beginning.
Before we start, Josh,
a very good place to start.
How many events did you attend? How many GIFF events did you attend?
I wanted to attend so many more. Yeah, but I attended 2. I attended mine, and then another one that was local here.
Nice.
I thought about, I put them on my calendar as like, should I drive 2 hours? Should I drive 4 hours and make an appearance and lobby for our film? Like, I figured, if we show up, then maybe more people will vote for our film. But But we'll talk about that. I don't think we're going to win. I'm almost confident. I'm almost confident we're going to win. We'll talk a little bit why. Yeah. All I can say is I am proud what we put out there.
I was going to say, let's be honest as well. I'll get that from the start. Is that this is my 5th finalist, my sixth actual GIFF entry, and my 5th finalist. I worked out it exactly. And of that, Josh, I have never won, and I don't really. I'll be honest with you, it doesn't worry if I do or don't win. It doesn't worry me if I do or don't get in a finalist or whatever. I'm just proud and happy that people out there enjoy what we put out. That's my thing. You do it for the enjoyment and for the love of filmmaking as well. Let's be honest. So
that's true. That's true.
Yeah, that's what I concentrate on. That's what I solely concentrate on. I think winning or losing, I've never won, so I don't know what that feels like. But anyway,
well, I've been a finalist. I've been a finalist twice, and I won the first ones. And what if I win? What if we win? What if we do win? Then I'm 2 for 2.
Wow.
I'm not going to win. We're not going to win. And I'll tell you why we're not going to win, because we think we could have went for more laughs. Yeah. We could have went for more laughs.
Yeah.
But we purposely didn't, because we'll talk about it. I wanted to create something that I wanted to make. Like we'll talk about the reason of why, but I think we need to get into it a little bit.
Well, let's go from the start, Josh. Where did this you actually sprung this idea on me, or one of our many trips that we had throughout the last couple of years, and you said to me, if I was ever to do a like in the hot tub, Josh, when you said if I was ever to do a podcast, you said to me, if I was ever to do another GIFF event entry, this is what it was going to be. And you were talking about the Field of Dreams concept. Talk us about through that.
Yes. So I love the movie Field of Dreams. Kevin Costner, 1989, maybe. I have to fact check that. And I love that movie. I also love that here, this is a travel podcast. I love it as a destination. The actual movie site, which is in Davenport, Iowa, which I visited a couple times.
And it was on our March Madness as well.
And it won.
I know. There you go. See?
It was, I mean, Craig, it kind of was meant to be. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, it was
well, you did push hard for it as well.
Yeah, I did.
And you did say, if you listen back to the March Madness one, and if you haven't listened to it, I suggest you do, go back and listen to it, and you'll hear Josh how much he pushes for it. And you even give away little tidbits saying, it's special to me for various reasons, one of which is coming up later throughout the year. That's what you said.
Oh,
so,
I forgot that. I forgot that I said that. Interesting.
Yeah.
So I've been there before. The very first time I visited there with my grandma, and that was 11 years ago. And I was making geocaching videos at the time, 11 years ago, and I was like, I want to make a geocaching video at the Field of Dreams. And I was like, oh my gosh, what if I do a thing like, if you hide it, they will come. Yeah. And it's on my YouTube channel. If you go to YouTube and search Geocaching Field of Dreams, 2 videos will pop up first. It'll be my GIF, our GIF, and then it'll be this one will be the second one.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I had my I did the whole whisper thing in the corn, and I had my grandma walk out. My grandma was the ghost.
I saw it.
And she came out with a geocache. She hit it. I think no, she came out with the GPS.
Yes.
She came out with the GPS. She found the cache.
Yeah.
She waved and then she walked back out in the corn.
You had little at the time. You had little Reese the bunny in it.
Yeah, Reese was in it.
Reese was in it too. I remember Reese. I think Reese was the one that placed the cache there, and then it was your grandmother that came out of the corn. And let's be honest, Josh. This is what we always say about your videos as well, and that is, can you imagine, down the track, years come by, and whereby your Reese has got that memory there because on your video. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like your kids have their memories because of your YouTube channel, because of your videos. They don't have to memorize everything because they can just go back and watch it, and that sparks their memories for other things that happen during the day.
And it's also really special too, because my grandma, she's still alive, by the way. So this was 11 years ago. She's 95. She's still kicking.
Wow.
She's 95. Yeah. And so I kind of want to show this clip of her, like at her funeral, walking into the corn.
Yes.
Wouldn't that be cool?
That would be cool. That would be really cool. So
I think she might. I'll have to talk to her about that. I was like, Grandma, are you okay with showing you walk into the corn at your funeral? She'll probably be like, I don't care.
I know myself, Josh. I had a very special relationship with my grandmother as well, and when she passed, I was the one that did the full eulogy of her whole funeral, and
cool.
even my uncle at the time, I said to my uncle, "Do you have her little black book?" For instance, he's like, "No, where's that?" And it was under her bed, and I got it. He said, "I never knew that existed," and it had all her wishes in her black book. You see, she'd already made them, already done, and I already knew what they were, so it just made sense. So you doing the same thing for your grandmother, Josh? That's so nice, so sweet.
So technically, I already kind of made a geocaching video about the Field of Dreams at the Field of Dreams. However, as you know, you visited there once too, obviously for this film. I visited Gilby several times, and Gilby, Tricassius, Chad, he's essentially a farmer. He lives on a farm. He's not really a farmer. Lives on a farm. He's the king of the amazing gadget caches. We all know this. We've talked about it before. And I asked him the question. I was like, Chad, and here's the thing about Chad's gadget caches. A lot of times when you see somebody's caches, you look at the different ones that they make, and they're often similar. Like they have kind of a similar
theme, vibe, style. Yeah. Yep.
But the thing about Chads, if you've ever gone, is that Chads are very different.
Yeah.
Like you would think they come from different minds.
Absolutely. I mean, one for instance is all physical. One's where you're punching down something. Another one is whereby you're using your brain and your mind and doing some Scrabble words, for instance, as well. So he uses all parts of one's finding abilities, basically. So yeah, I liked it.
So I asked Chad, Chad, how do you come up with these ideas for these amazing geocaches? And what did he say? He says, I dream them.
Yeah, he does.
And I have a pad next to my bed. So when I wake up after I dream them, I write down the ideas of the. And I was like, you dream them?
You dream.
And then I was like, wait a minute. He dreams them. he's built this thing, and this little town of nothing. There's a small baby town.
There's
and
nothing
all of a
in the
sudden,
town.
yeah, all of a sudden he's built this thing, and this is a real life story. Who came? Like, we're talking people from all of the world come to Gilby to do his caches.
That's right.
Of caches that he dreams up. It's like spiritual. Like, it's divine.
Yeah.
His geocaches are divine.
They really are. They really are. He's been, by dreaming of something like that too, it's very spiritual to dream of something and then to actually put it into place. You know what I mean? So it's very
exactly.
He has a forethought about it. You know what I mean? That sort of thing too. So that's really cool.
So when people watch, that's why in the film, right at the beginning, we said based on a true story, which is kind of a joke, kind of funny, but it is true. And I think people that watched our film, okay, a couple things. If they haven't seen the Field of Dreams, they might have some questions. Yeah. And number two, if they haven't been to Gilby, they don't realize that Chad dreams, like, you know what I mean? But if they knew all those things, Craig, if they knew what we have done and how we took kind of this fantastical, like mysterious concept of the video, right?
Yeah.
If they understood how close it was to actual real life, I think people would be like, "Oh my gosh, okay, I get it. That's brilliant."
That's right.
So people that know, they know. Yeah, and that's why the really positive comments I've been getting are people that get both of those things. They understand how amazing Gilby is, and they know Field of Dreams, and they're like, "That's brilliant."
That's
right.
I'm
like, thank you.
I mean, and let's be honest, Josh, you will have had to have seen the movie. Oh, we've had people reach out to us, and one was just today, from Japan of all places as well, and they said, like, it was a good video. They liked the video, but they didn't know what the people with the white fluffy stuff around them was. And I'm like, they're ghosts. And so they've never seen the movie. They don't understand it. So then we tried our best. We did try our best, Josh, to actually try and replicate this without spelling it out. You know, without saying, "Ooh, I'm a ghost and I'm coming out of the thing."
Well, even in Field of Dreams, they don't spell it out. That's part of the mysterious. That's the mysterious nature of it. And that's actually what makes it good, because the whole time you're thinking, where are these baseball players coming from? Are they ghosts? You don't even know in the movie. Are they ghosts until the end? Spoiler alert! You've kind of figured it out at the end. But I wanted to keep a sense of like mystery. I didn't want to spell it out because I didn't want to make it obvious. I that's part of the art, right? Is like, you don't spell things out completely. Allow people's minds to put it together and interpret it themselves.
Exactly.
You could interpret it a completely different way. And I think that's part of what good art is.
Yeah, it's exactly the same as the movie. I see dead people. What's that? The Sixth Sense. The Sixth Sense. And like you go the entire movie not realizing that he's, spoiler again, he's a ghost. Everyone knows that by now. But you go the entire movie without realizing, and then when it hits you, and the fact that you go, oh, you have that moment, and you make that and then it feels good that you actually work something out for yourself without having to spell things out. So I think that's what we tried to do. We attempted to do that with this film. Again, one of the I'm going to say a downside to the film is the fact that it can only be up to 4 minutes in length. And to tell an entire story like we did in the space of less than 4 minutes, it's hard work. It really is. With very little dialogue.
Yes, I was really committed to very little dialogue, because that was kind of one of the things dialogue and sound is a real challenge. And the less you have, the easier I think it can be.
Exactly. And just for your ideas as well, when we're talking about it, and you had this idea of, if you hide it, they will come, that sort of style, you straight away said to me, where we could do this film, Craig? I said, where? You said Gilby, because you knew that's what happened with Chad, is if you hide it, they will come. That's exactly what happened.
And it's rural area, small town.
Yeah.
Perfect. I think one thing we could have done, now that I think about you, and you mentioned it before the podcast, one thing we could have done if we had more time, and this might have been funny, is to have Chad like happy seeing all these cashers, and then his wife walks up and she can't see them.
Oh, like who are you smiling?
Yeah, like what are you looking at? I'm like, they are all here. Who's here? The geocache. That could have been really good. But we would have needed another minute probably.
Oh yeah. Yeah, exactly. See, and that's the hardest thing that I found as editing. And let's be honest, well, if you're listening to this and you haven't watched the video, make sure you pause, go watch the video, come back.
Yes, please.
You'll see
sorry.
You'll see that.
You should have watched. We should put that in the title. Don't listen to this until you've seen the video. Yeah,
exactly. But you'll see that, we tried to tell the story of what happened. So Chad basically, dreaming first, waking up, getting the notepad. We literally redirected all that, what he actually does in real life. Walking out and into his garage where he creates these brilliant caches as well. And it was always my dream to do that little build sequence sort of style, because it's very cinematic.
You were very stoked about that. I even had to say, it was even this is a little behind the scenes. It was even a little bit longer. And I was like, I think we gotta shorten it. I know you love this section, but I gotta cut it a little
I'm one of those, and I've done it as well with our friends Cashcraft from cashcraftnj.com, and I've done a video for him as well, where literally I followed and did a montage of him creating a picture frame with path tags around it. And I gave that to them as well, and it looks great. And I love filming that sort of style where I can actually come in and come out, slow motion, for instance, and fast, and different angles and different things, showing things in different paths and having it to music and stuff too. That there is, I would say, my forte. That's what I love. Yeah. That's what I actually
You're really good at that.
Enjoy doing it.
Those montages, especially in that scene when you did the sawdust at the end, because it gave that more like, oh, you're about to see something magical. It was like a little foreshadowing.
Correct.
I like that.
Yeah,
really cool.
Exactly. So that happened, and then obviously you've got to show the fact that he's in his car now, he's outside. Like, that was a split-second show. You can't just cut from him being inside to him being outside. You have to show some direction as such. And then it was your idea in regards to him having to wait those days and days and days after creating that cache. And that was your idea. You come up with that idea, Josh, and you said as well, it would be good to actually have it so it's like a ghostly cut, like a smooth transition cut each time he does this. And just for everyone out there, on the day itself, we did film Chad stuff in one day. On the day itself, he was there. He had the stool there. He had 5 changes of clothes in his bag with him as well, including hats and stuff as well.
All his Gilby stuff too, because we couldn't do any brand names. So it was like the Gilby Fire Department, the Gilby, Gilby this, the Gilby that.
We couldn't do Puma or Adidas or any of those Reeboks or any of that sort of stuff. We had to do literally no brands. And so he had that all in. And we had the camera on a tripod. And this is how you basically do it from there, is that the camera's on a tripod, nothing moves except for him. Right. And if you try and position him during the edit at the same position each time from the end of one position and to the start of the next sequence, having him in the similar position, you can actually get that phasing change. That's how that works.
Yes.
That's how... That's how it worked. Yeah.
And to back up a little bit, speaking of Chad, here's another thing that people, if they don't know Gilby, they don't know Chad, they could have thought that was just an actor. Like, no, it was very important that we have Tricassius himself.
Yeah.
No he's not an actor.
No.
But he was great at playing it. He was great at playing himself.
He was.
He was awesome.
How about we talk a little bit more about Chad himself into the geocaching world? Like, his name is Tricassius in the geocaching world as well. Mm-hmm. What I love about this little town, if you don't know where Gilby is, literally it's one stretch of road that is a couple of 100 foot long, and like that's all it is. It's got like a fire station.
There's not even a stoplight.
There's no lights. There's not even a stop sign. Like, there's nothing. There's nothing. There's a park there as well. There's no gas station there at all. There's a corner store that's open every now and then. But
there's a bar.
There's a bar. Of course,
there's a post office.
Yep, that's what makes it.
And a fire.
And that's it.
And a hardware store. There's a hardware store.
Hardware store. But on the side of the firehouse is the big Gilby mural as well. Mm-hmm. And down in the bottom corner, you'll see Tricassius, his name, Tricassius, and the geocaching logo and his logo, Tricassius's logo, painted on the bottom. He is a loved member of that town, like a beloved member of town, very much.
There's a big reason why he's loved, because he and his wife, the other half, that's her geocaching name, they are salt of the earth. They are the kindest, nicest, best people you would ever meet. You go up to Gilby, you're probably going to see him, you're going to meet him, and he's going to come out, he's going to talk to you, and it's going to be really, really cool. We could have had an actor. So people don't know, if they don't know Tricassius, they don't know that we actually used Tricassius. It wasn't an actor. It was him.
No, he was a real geocacher. And he's a geocacher. He's a carpenter by trade as well. Like he does carpentry skills too, and volunteer fire. So that's what he does. That's he doesn't act at all. So, and he even said too, he's like, how am I going to do this? I'm not going to act. And one thing I love to do, Josh, as a filmmaker and videographer, cinematographer, is I love to put people that's in front of the camera, put them at ease, put their mind at ease. I always pump them up. Even when, and hopefully Chad doesn't listen to this too carefully, but even when the actor does something wrong, I'll blame myself. I go, we've got to do that one again. It's my fault. You're out of focus. You know what I mean? I'll make something up so they don't feel bad. So they can keep they go, okay. And they can keep their pump going as well. Keep their attitude going too, which is really cool.
Yeah. So, you're going to get to see some behind the scenes of us filming it too. So you'll get to see it, because the cool thing about it is because Craig, you added a lot of sound effects, which means that we could while you were filming, we could talk to Chad and we could okay, look to the right, look to the left. No, look surprised. Look. Exactly. So it was really fun. It was really fun to try to get the different emotions and reactions out of Chad. Just, and we got more footage than we even needed to use, but because we wanted to get all kinds of reactions, but it was so fun to be in actually, I think it was his parents' house.
Yeah, it was his parents' house.
Shooting that first scene of him waking up. That was just, I have some behind the scenes footage of that. I think people are really going to enjoy that. And that's going to, by the time people hear this podcast, it'll be on my YouTube channel. You'll get to see a little bit of the behind the scenes making of the film.
And maybe some others for our patrons too. That might be a nice little present for the patrons. Yeah, the golden nugget of BTS.
Yes, we've already shared some photos with the patrons, so they have a little bit of that. Another thing about the casting, so it wasn't just Chad, but we had to have ghost cachers. Yeah, and oh my gosh, speaking of salt of the earth, we had an event. Actually, Chad hosted an event. Thank you, Chad. Yep. And he made burgers for people.
Hot dogs.
I mean, come on.
They had drinks there. They had chips, and they made it a full-on event.
Yes. So we did this event. We had burgers, and then I was like, "Okay, everybody," and it was kind of fun because we kept it very secret about what we were doing. We told people that we were going to make a GIF. But it was fun to be able to let the cat out of the bag for them and say, okay, here's the idea. So they showed up not even knowing the concept. No. They're just like, we need people.
That's right.
Don't wear name brands and show up.
Don't wear brands. That's it. That's all it is. That's the only thing.
And we explained the concept to them. And I think when we explained, I think they were like, I feel like people got even more excited about it.
They did. And I think they got more excited too because they all love Chad and they love his caches and what he does. And so they saw that we're actually highlighting this one guy who literally is, as I said, we said like the Walt Disney of geocaching, the way what he creates. And so they felt like they wanted to be a part of that as well because they felt like they wanted to give back to Chad too, which is really cool. Yes. And we at first, and again, this is part of filmmaking. Nothing you saw was ever filmed in order. Everything was filmed out of order in different ways. There's nothing actually is in order at all. And that's due to time constraints and people's time constraints as well. So, for instance, the finale video part where you see all the cars coming in to Gilby, that was filmed directly after we had the event there in the middle of town before any caches were found. So we did the last part first.
Yes. Yeah. So we filmed that first, and then we filmed people. We said, okay, divide and conquer. We're like kind of like go to there was a certain road that had like 8 or 9 caches on it, and we're like, go, everybody disperse, go to a cache, and we'll catch up to you, and because we want to get some footage of people finding his caches. And I'll just say this: when you watch the video, Craig, you did such a great job showing how magical their caches were without really spoiling anything.
No, they're no spoilers.
And people could be like, wow. It was like, wow. It was like literally milliseconds, like half of a second. It's like, wow, another one. Boom, boom, open. Kids giggling, doors opening, things flying. people's heads outside of windows. Like that again, that's your skill. Like that's another montage. You're so good at montages.
Thank you, Mike. Thank
you. So that was the second thing we filmed with the people. And then the third thing we filmed was, it was a little tricky. So here's the whole thing. Some people are like, too bad. My mom watched it. She was like, too bad there was no corn. And I'm like, Mom, you don't understand.
Yeah.
The caches are hidden in these things. It's called shelter belts. So if you're listening, a shelter belt is a designated row, a little forest of trees that goes between the fields to prevent erosion. And so most of Chad's caches are hidden in these shelter belts. So I thought right away, I don't need corn. We're going to have people walk out of the shelter belts.
Yeah.
And that's what we did.
That's what we did.
Although we fudged a little bit, because here's a little behind the scenes. It wasn't technically a shelter belt. It was just like a little woods behind Chad's house.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. But it looked similar, you know.
It looked the same.
And it's as we always say as well, and that is that it doesn't matter what you know, it's what you can prove in court. And the same thing happens with it doesn't matter what goes behind the camera, it's what's in front that counts.
Yes.
So yeah.
So everybody was so excited and so kind. And I'm just going to say this now for the record, because we didn't really get to have a chance to say this to the whole group. I want everybody to know we had 4 minutes.
Yeah.
We had to move things along quickly. We couldn't get there. Unfortunately, we couldn't get every single person that showed up in the film.
Yeah.
And I just want to give a special shout out to my friend. He's just another salt of the earth person. Gave me a little bit of a hard time. And actually, he was giving a little bit you a hard time because he knew that you edited it. But our friend Genies.
I knew you were going to say.
Yeah, he came all the way down from the Grand Forks area to Minneapolis to watch the film. And he was watching it for the first time. And he's like, I'm not. He's like, I wasn't in it.
I don't. Although he may have been. No, he was. I think he was in it, but he was driving a car, so you wouldn't see him. You'd only see the car he was driving.
Okay. Yeah. So maybe.
Yeah. So you'd only see the roof of the car he was driving. So
if you didn't necessarily see yourself, that you know that you were in spirit, and know that we couldn't have created it without you, because there were a lot of people that showed up. There was like 30 some people that showed up to in this little tiny town.
Are you sure he wasn't part of the ghost that came out of the?
I don't know if you just didn't get his section. I don't know. He said he wasn't, but
maybe
we might have to look back. Maybe we'd have to edit a new version
and just have him.
Just him
walking out by himself, doing a little hand signal like from his head, like a little a salute to Chad.
That would be amazing.
That would be fun.
Anyway. But I'm just so grateful for everybody who's listening. I'm going to put this podcast on the Gilby fan page. Yes, Gilby has a fan page,
as it absolutely should.
And gosh, I'm just so grateful for all those people that showed up.
Yeah, and I hope everyone actually enjoyed it as well. And knowing that there's a lot that goes into these making of films and the videos. And as I said, I always say before, it's not what happens behind the camera, what happens in front. And so wherever I turn the camera. And whatever I record, let's be honest, Josh, as well, we had 4 minutes of recording. Yes. We spent 2 full days of recording. So in total hours, I had 2.5 hours of footage, total footage that I had to go back to 4 minutes, from 2.5 hours to 4 minutes.
So if you're wondering why did I get cut out? Well, the odds were not great.
No, the odds
4 minutes out of 2 hours.
The only odds that were great were you and Chad. That was it.
That's pretty good odds there. Yes, for sure.
But
do you remember anything else about that day that you want to bring up before we talk a little bit about the editing process and all that?
Absolutely. And what I found most fun about that day was actually talking to everyone as well. And we had like a variance of geocaches there. We had sort of the older generation sort of gray nomad sort of style people there. We had families there. We had single moms or single fathers that were there.
Kids
were there too. So and we had I'll call them the middle-aged men, like the Minnesota boy, and his brother.
He was in there a lot. Him and his brother were in there a lot.
I think they were in there a lot because we got them separately to the group as well, and
they were with us.
They were with us, and also the way they exuberate their energy on camera, it captured better in regards to it built up that energy level on film, if that makes sense, the way they were. So and again, let's be honest too, I captured a lot more footage of those two finding caches than what you'll actually see. So
I mean, if we had time and energy, we could edit a longer version, but the cool thing is that we did tell the story in 4 minutes, and that's all we needed actually.
That's right.
Other than the fact that maybe we could have had a scene where his wife didn't see the ghost. That would have been kind of cool. I'm kind of kicking myself now.
And I'll be honest, I didn't think of that at the time.
Neither did I.
And that's the thing with you and I, Josh, too. We had a story. We both had the same storyline in our minds together, even though we were separate. We both had the same vision in our own minds, but that vision is only good, and you can storyboard. And this is for anyone out there who's doing a GIFF film or any types of film. You can always have a storyboard there, and you can try and go off the story, but there's always going to be something extra on the day. Now, things like that were extra on the day, things like that, the trackable tag, the little Easter egg trackable tag that you see in front of the or behind the lock when the lock gets put down. Other things that I don't think were picked up that much was the what's her name?
Geocaching.
Geocaching.
She was in there. She's a fan
too. She is a fan of Gilby, obviously. But she had her little lucky tag as well in one of the parts too. Like
she so badly wanted to badly be there for the filming. So I wanted to make sure we could somehow get her in there somehow. And we'll get to that when we get to the editing process, because there was a little something extra.
I know,
we'll talk a little bit about that, because now we can talk about that. Oh, and one more thing I'll say. Say one more thing. There's another character in here that nobody's asked me about, which is really interesting.
Oh, really?
And that is the voice. The voice.
Yes.
If you hide it, they will come.
Yeah.
And so here's the deal if you know the movie Field of Dreams, you know that the director of that film, he knows who that voice is, and he is sworn never to tell who is the voice. And that's our commitment to. Nobody is going to know who the voice is.
There is a total of 4 people in this entire world that know that voice and who that voice is from,
including the voice.
Including the voice. That's that voice. It's a him. That voice definitely does need. He said it. So but that's it. So that's forever going to be one of those little hidden Easter eggs, a secret Easter egg that everyone can deliberate on if they wish, and if they want to talk about it, they can, and they can ask you and I, Josh, outright, but we'll never get to tell them anyway. So
I would like I would like to invite speculation.
Yeah,
I would like to invite speculation because I'm kind of surprised nobody has wondered, because I'm not really a big fan. I go back and forth. I'm not really a big fan of credits. I'm just like, to me, it's like a waste. It's a little bit of waste of time when you only have 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, come on, you don't need credits.
Yeah.
So, but if we did have credits, we would not put the name of the person who
not at all.
The voice.
Not at all. So, yeah, no, that's the voice of that was there.
Don't you think that was a good idea though? Because I was like, we have to have, and I will say this: it's not me and it's not you.
No. It's not us. It's 4 people, including the person that actually said it, but it's not Josh or I. And one other thing, as I was saying before, about things that happen as we record as well. Probably one of the only laughs actually in the video is when you say, "By the way, do you have a pen?" To chat,
that was not scripted.
That was not scripted at all. That there is real life. If everyone knows you, Josh, that's real life. That actually happened in real life. As we were recording, we did a few takes of that too. And in the first take, you looked in the like you stopped like out of character, and you laughed a bit, and you go, "Do you have a pen?" Like, and you laughed and shook your head. I said to you, Let's do this. Let's work that in. And you're like, what? I go, trust me. Let's work. It sounded good.
Yeah, I liked it. Yes, I'm glad we kept it in. The thing is, though, that I was wondering if we should keep it in, because I didn't want the film to be funny. Like, some people are like that. When people vote on it, it's like, oh, I vote on the funny ones. Well, our goal was not for it to be funny. I wanted it. This is higher level. I wanted to show the spirit of geocaching, the spirit of Chad, the spirit of that area, and the people that are love that area and that are proud of that area.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to show. It was not designed. If I wanted it to be funny, if we wanted to be funny, we could have put all kind of zingers in there.
Oh, of course.
Cheesy stuff and
tripping over and
goofy stuff. And that was not, but it is kind of funny. Like, okay, the people that know me, I never have a pen. That's funny. But the fact that Ghost Me doesn't have a pen either.
That's right. That's right. That's what I like. And as I said, I think at the time when you first said it, you laughed. And I laughed on camera, and I knew that was going to be, cut out, that particular part. But I thought to myself, no, we need to work this. We need to work this angle for this part because, even then as well, we then spoke about like how Chad would hand you the pen, knowing that he's actually going to be he's excited to see you, but he knows you're a ghost.
Yes, and that was our one way to try to communicate that I'm a ghost.
Yeah,
was that he's going to be afraid.
Scared.
You see a ghost, you're going to be scared.
Exactly. So him shaking with a pen and the eyes that I got him as well, like a nice close up of his eyes, like open and shaking.
That was really fun.
And again, people who know Chad especially loved that about him and loved that part, and so they're like, Chad the actor.
He's such a good sport. Yeah,
he was really good. He was really good. So those are the things that I take away. That you can always have a storyline in place. You can always have storyboards happening. Where you're going to shoot, how you're going to shoot. Your lenses, your cameras, all that sort of stuff. But you can't fake something that's just naturally happens on set or on scene.
Yeah, and I'll say this behind the scenes, I did have a Google Doc. I had stuff written down.
Yeah, absolutely.
I actually had storyboards, but when we got out there, guys, I didn't pull it out. I didn't look at it once. We didn't need it because it was in our heads.
It was in our heads.
It was in our heads. So we were like,
exactly right.
So we weren't checking off like, oh, we got to get this shot. We were just freewheeling. I mean, so I'm kind of proud of that. Like, not even professionals probably freewheel.
not like we did. Not
to say that we're professional, but like, you know what I mean?
Still,
like we didn't.
I know exactly.
We just we went with what was in our brain.
Yeah. And speaking more in regards to the edit process as well, you will find, again, if you listen to it listen to it as you watch it, no sound whatsoever came from the camera apart from Josh and Chad's dialogue. And very some of like the kid laugh, like the child laughing and stuff, and when he's finding the cache. Things like that, the short bits, some of those short bits were actually some audio was taken from that, but everything else, no audio. I mean, I still remember when we spoke to Chad and showed Chad, and he said, I don't have any chickens or rooster. Like as he walked outside and you hear the cock-a-doodle-doo, showing that he's on a farm. He's like, I don't have chickens or rooster. Where did that come from? I was like, it's the power of sound, the soundboard, the sound deck. Yeah. Just to give everyone's idea as well, it did take numerous hours to firstly build out the storyboard itself. The storyboard is going to be the main thing. But 50% of a film you listen to, you don't watch. But you got to listen to it subconsciously. So in other words, you got to have these sound effects and these sounds of nature, these sounds of outdoors, sounds of indoors even. Indoors has a sound, like at the nighttime with the crickets, for instance, that sort of thing. But you got to have it so subtle, not punchy in the face, go, oh, that's fake. You know what I mean? It's got to be so subtle that it's realistic, that actually happens. If you don't have any of those extra added sounds, then it's really flat. The actual movie is very flat.
Yeah, it doesn't have as much texture.
No. Yeah. No depth.
Yeah, and I think we're segueing a little bit to the actual edit. And I want people to go, if you go to my Facebook, your Facebook, you have the timeline, like the actual the edit looked like.
That's condensed.
And it's just very complicated with sound effects and like I mean, and the color grading, like people, I don't know if people understand, people look at it and they're like, wow, that's really professional. Well, because if you looked at the timeline, it's like, I was like, what are you like, Craig, what are you editing? Infinity War?
Yeah, I know.
What are you editing? The Avengers?
I know.
It was intense. It took, so how many hours did it take because that's where the hard work is. The filming was fun, but from start to finish, how long did because you edited it, and then it took us 7 times too. Yeah, 7 reviews before we're like, that's it, we got it.
Yeah. In total, I will say it would have easily been over between 20 and 30 hours worth of work in total, just in the edit alone. And the other thing that I do is that I love to push myself as an editor. And I think a lot of people do this in their own jobs as well. And that is they like to, otherwise your job gets boring. Like you, Josh, for instance, as well, you love to try and learn new things in your job, in your role.
Right.
You know, you go out there and you meet new children and you go, okay, how can I get this message across to this child, you know? And so you push yourself. Same thing with me is I push myself. And one of the things I push myself with is with the ghost components, like all the ghost components, not just you coming out, but the whole lot coming out. And I push myself to go, okay, what do I need to film? How do I need to film this in order to have layers upon layers? And that's how you do it. You have several different layers coming in and out. Now, there's a good friend of ours, Jeff, from Cash the Line. He private messaged me and he goes, dude, that's a lot of rotoscoping. And that's what it's called, rotoscoping. When I literally pull out one person or one object from an entire video and have that person by themselves on one layer. Yeah. Have another person on another layer, another person on another layer. So all that is condensed down all those layers. So every single person you see in that ghost line is a layer that's been rotoscoped. So
did that take the most time? I'm sure it did. That just the section where they walked out.
Yeah, it probably took the most time as a time of on camera or on film and time to make. Yes, that would have taken the most time to do that. And it also took the most work in regards to my computer, my hard drive work too, because there's a lot of work goes through there on the computer. It's just like, and you can hear it crunching. Like it starts to spin and it starts to wind up. And I go, okay, I'm working this bad boy hard now. So yep. Thank goodness for Apple.
Yes.
Apple is my method of choice. And just for anyone out there, I use Final Cut Pro. Is my software of choice that I use.
So, what happens is, we're collaborating. So it's, it's not like we're doing this together. And it's just a really tricky thing. I think we're such a good team. I don't consider myself, Craig, I trust what you do and you do such good work that I'm not particular. I don't feel like I'm picky. Maybe you would say it. I am.
You're not. You're definitely not.
I really trust. Yes. I really trust you, even though we had 7 different runs of it, which that's actually not, I mean, people might think 7, not really a lot, because the tweaks were small. But another thing, anybody that's thinking about doing a GIF, I think it's really important because it's cool to have a team. Maybe not too many people, because it's really hard to make a film by committee, because then things are too slow. But a team like you and I is good because we can play off each other. Like, oh, I kind of like that part. I like that part, or I think that should be a little bit different. I actually showed it to my kids. I showed it to Reese and Jonah, because they're really in the film world right now, and I thought they had a really good. They loved it. But I thought they had a really good point at the beginning of the film. There's a lot of music and sound, and we're building the mysterious. But I think they had a good point. It was their point that they thought the beginning should be almost, other than the crickets, almost silent. And then they're like, the music can go somewhere, so it crescendos. And I think it does that so well, because by the time he says, "No, is this heaven? No, it's Gilby," and I leave, and then the cars come in. It's like this grand crescendo, and it goes from very small to very epic, and I just love that.
And just to let you know, because I knew exactly what they were after, Jonah and Reese as well. And it was a fabulous idea, an absolutely fabulous idea. And it's something I'd never thought about until you spoke about it in one of the edits. And that is, so what I basically did was I grabbed that entire audio, put the audio all down into one file only. I then actually did the crescendo myself. So, it starts off as nothing, 0. And then when it starts itself, it goes from 1. And throughout the movie, it goes all the way up to level 10. So it does naturally build slowly throughout the entire movie. So it's good that you actually picked it up and heard that. Like, you just don't know. It should create feeling. And that's the whole point.
Yes. That was my hope, is when he said, "No, this is Gilby." And then the cars, it was cars, like, it just popped. And then I was like, screen to black.
Yeah, to black.
Done.
Boom,
done. I just thought that. Done. And you did, and he added, if you watch it, there's letterboxing. So as the cars are going by, the letterboxes go down. So and that just made it drew your eyes even farther. And then the zoom in on the Gilby sign. And then to black. Oh, so people that love Gilby, and know that place. Like people told me they got chills. I got chills. You know what I mean? It's just like, oh my gosh, that was just, I love that.
I mean, when I first, and things happen for me often when I'm doing my edits, and no matter what I edit, whether I edit like a real estate video, for instance, or whether I edit a GIF film, it makes a difference. Things happen to me all the time when I'm editing, and it naturally happens. I never have to force anything, and maybe this is just one thing that I don't call it a gift or a style, but I actually I'm very thankful for it, and that is that there's some times where I hear other editors out there, they'll say they take an hour, 2 hours to pick an actual background music for something. And I'm like, really?
Yeah.
I said, seriously, it's normally my second or third click is that's what I'm picking. And that it just works, you know what I mean? And even in my edits, when I edit as well, you'll find like even that last bit there, when I edit it too, I didn't edit for that woof at the end. That was naturally there.
It was just in there, and then you were like, perfect.
And I was like, that's it. So things like that happen while I'm in the edit, and that's where I actually get my goosebumps. I get my tingles. And
you're like, oh,
that happen all the time.
Yeah.
So
it's like it worked. It worked.
Exactly
so we did the full edit. It was we were happy with the seventh edit, but we really we were going back with Geocaching, who works at HQ, but also she was she's the Gilby hype girl. That's what Chad calls her. And she wanted so badly to be in the film, so we were trying to think of creative ways to get her in the film. So then I don't know if it was you or I don't know if it was I or you that had the idea of what to do, but we were like thinking about like an Avengers movie, how there's the cut scenes, at the end of the credits, and we're like, okay, what if we have like a cut scene? And so I don't know, I can't remember if it was you or I, it doesn't matter. We're like, oh, what if we got a clips of HQ of the lackeys discovering Gilby, and then they're like, they run out and they're like, oh my gosh, I've heard of this thing called Gilby, and they all run out of the HQ office. So we actually had Gia and several of the lackeys film that for us. And you edited it. You edited it, and then we added it to it, and then we were like, we looked at it and we're like, I like it, it's fun, but I'm concerned that I don't want people to think, if it, like, for example, if it did get the audience award, for example, which it's not going to, we'll talk about it. I don't think no, it's not. I didn't want people to think, oh, it's because they were connected to HQ. And Gia was like, I don't want to hurt your chances. So she was okay. So we took it out.
So we took that part out. And in taking that part out as well, allowed me to build up a little bit more in regards to showing of the caches.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We had more time.
I had a little bit more time than I had. And you know what? 5 seconds, 10 seconds is a lot of time when you're talking about a 4-minute film. So, that's a lot of thing to do.
Yeah. But the funny thing is the clip that's on my YouTube channel right now of the film is the one with the lackeys. With the end scene, which means the geocaching scenes they're about 5 seconds shorter on my version.
Yes.
So if you want to watch the original version, it's on the full GIF reel. But if you want to watch that alternate ending,
the one that you see in the GIF is actually on my channel as well, Josh. I'm going to put it on my channel on Saturday.
Perfect.
And that's just the normal one that you see at the GIF. There's no talking before it or after. It's just the GIF one. That's it.
Perfect.
So that one's the original one is on, or the original GIF one is on mine, but the original one with HQ is on yours. So.
Yeah. And I debated which one I wanted to put up, but I thought, you know what? A lot of people are going to watch the original one on the GIF reel in its entirety. It's like, let's give the people something a little different. So that's why I thought it'd be fun. It's a little bit of a hook, alternate ending.
Yeah, it is alternate ending. I like it.
So we submit it and we wait and we wait. I don't know how long did we wait. We submitted it in June.
Yeah, we waited until August.
Okay, a couple months, and then we found out, and then we had to keep it secret for several weeks that we were finalists.
Although some other filmmakers out there didn't keep it secret, I saw some other finalists made an announcement.
One, whatever. Do you think that disqualifies them from winning?
No, and I wouldn't do anything like, because I'll be honest with you, that one we're talking about, that was actually a very funny. It got a lot of love.
It has high probability. If I put money on it, I'll just say this: Bison Buddy 5000 by Skimbosh.
Yeah.
If I put money on it, I think he's going to win. I heard the most buzz around that one.
Yep.
And I heard the most buzz around another one.
With his one as well, it was lucky because it was just before intermission, and he did a very, very, very smart thing by putting a phone number on there. So people straight away wanted to get involved and wanted to see. So when it come intermission, I know the GIFF event that I went to, come intermission, they rang the phone number and then put it on loudspeaker to see what it was, and he then continued with the theme, saying, and a very smart, very humorous, very, very, very
brilliant
funny guy.
That was brilliant,
very funny guy. And so that then made it even more memorable for the voting sort of part.
Yes,
so,
brilliant.
Very, very smart.
If Skimbosh wins, he deserves the win. It was brilliant. Absolutely. It was a great job. Also, we're getting ahead of ourselves. Sorry, we're not good. And there was another one called Hard Work that was very good.
Yes,
I thought was really strong. That one I think very well too.
That's the one where the guy was actually inside the cache.
In the gadget cache.
In the gadget cache, and that's a lot of prop work in regards.
Yes, the people don't understand the props. So many props.
Sensational on that too.
Yes,
so that was absolutely brilliant, and I do like the theme and the storyline with that was very, very clever as well. Yes. So that caught my eye. One of the others that caught my eye was actually from one of the young team members, and that was the trailer. The movie trailer style.
Yes.
And I think that caught my eye because it's similar to my style. It's very cinematic and it's upbeat and it's very punchy in your face. And it makes you want to go out and watch this particular movie now.
Yes.
It did what its job as a trailer should do, makes you want to watch the movie. So, but it's unfortunate, but I think personally, someone like me, I love that particular one. The average geocacher, they're like, what's that about? You know what I mean? So it's hard. You can't please everyone, Josh. So, but then there was one other as well that I think we both enjoyed. Just Carlos. His name is, and his cinematography for that and the way he films is brilliant. I love his camera work, what he does. I love his angles. I love his style. I love the camera in which he uses. I love the look of it. I love his focal points that he makes. He creates different focal points. I love how he pulls focus, but not too often, just every couple of times here and there to keep you involved. So just Carlos, mate, if you're listening, a good job from cinematographer to cinematographer. So,
and I'll say that another thing, a reason I liked his too, is that it captured the spirit of geocaching, which I think is really important. That was part of one of the intentions on ours. We wanted to catch the spirit of Gilby, the spirit of community. Thanks for the community. That was the theme.
Yeah, exactly. And it also inspired myself, Josh, to my next GIFF submission.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Yeah.
There we go.
Couple other may or may not involve you, but we'll soon see.
Okay. It's okay if it doesn't. A couple other ones, since we're talking about, we've kind of skipped to actually talking about the actual film, the reel. A couple other ones that really stood out to me. 3 other ones. The cross stitch one, the one of the cross stitch. Wow. The amount of work. It was a cross stitch thing of geocachers, and they made an animation. So they had to cross stitch every whole thing, then tear it apart, and then do it again.
Yeah. Every single stitch was photographed and put together like a flip page, book. Absolutely incredible. The amount of hours for that was incredible. I mean, and I love the variety too, Josh. I will say, as all the reels, like even to the point where Signal was out there again as a puppet. You know what I mean? Like in the puppet of Signals, they do the same thing, use the same puppetry sort of style of each of their videos. I like that. That's very cute too. So,
another one that I like, I kind of sometimes like the real life ones. So the documentary style, the one about the guy and his friend that went out to the island and they got poison ivy. Then when they came back, he realized that there was a cache there the whole time. He didn't get it. So he went back out, and then that scene where he's walking back to the island, but it's low tide.
Yep.
And then he goes back and he finds it. I don't know. I just, the real life ones, like, to me, they stick out because they're so different than the rest of them.
Yeah.
I like that one. I like the Japan one.
I was about to say the Japan one.
Yes.
I enjoyed that as a storyline as well to that Japan one. That was a good storyline.
Had a great ending.
Yes. Yeah. An ending that I like, and that is one that punches you in the face, basically, and gives you a good hook ending laugh to go, oh, that's funny. I enjoyed that one as well.
One more that sticks out, and this is just for the beauty of it. There's the one from France of it was animated, but it was like this beautiful animation where it was the boy went out with his grandfather, and then he realized the treasure was the time with his grandfather. And it was very, very simple. Yes. But the animation was so beautiful.
Yeah. And
it was like, this is amazing.
And again, that storyline gives you the feels. Like it actually makes you feel something, And again, it gives you that little hook ending. What I always say to people about the hook ending, it gives you that little hook ending when he says, the best find was actually the time with my grandfather. And it's like, wow, that's so true. So absolutely, mate. Absolutely.
You would say that was the greatest treasure.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Somebody should make a comic book about that.
maybe. Mate, anything else that you want to talk about? Before
a couple things. It was so awesome. There was a couple things. I shared that. My upgrade and downgrade. I hosted a GIFF, and I always said if I ever made it to the GIFF reel. So when I did it in 2013, it was at HQ, and that's the only people that saw it. That's it. Yeah. And so I never had the opportunity to have a worldwide audience like they do now.
Yeah.
So I just thought, if I make it, I'm going to rent a theater. I want to see my film on a big screen.
Yeah.
So I rented the nicest theater in town. It was beautiful. It had the Barca loungers, but you know how those are cool in itself. But then there was huge aisle space, and it was just, it was 80 seats. We filled them. It was beautiful, but it was stressful, Greg, because HQ was having problems with when you show a film in a real theater. The theater asks for a DCP file, which is a very high quality, very big file that the movie theater projectors can actually play.
Yes.
And HQ, unfortunately, the film festival had already begun several days, and the file was not. They couldn't get the file to work, so they gave me a test file, and they were like, maybe you could test this out. Wow. So going into my GIFF, Craig, I didn't even know if it was gonna work.
Oh no!
So the guy at the theater, I was stressing, and I was like, I don't know if this is gonna work. I gave him the file. He goes, this file is so big that I have to go home and download it. Oh. So I'm calling him at home. I'm like, how's it going? He goes, this is the night before. It won't be done downloading until midnight. And he's like, I'm not going to be able to go back to the theater and test it. So he downloaded it. Oh. That morning I show up. The event started at 10. I get there at 9:30.
Yeah.
He opens the door and he goes, bad news. It doesn't work. And I was like, then I'm crossing my fingers. Please tell me that you can plug the movie theater projector into a laptop.
Yeah.
And he's like, and they're like, yeah, actually we can with HDMI cord. I'm like, really?
Oh.
So Minnesota boy. I brought my laptop. He brought his laptop, and I said, Tim, bring every cord you own. I have no idea. What kind of cord is going to plug into this thing. It was an HDMI cord, thankfully, which means it's just important too for sound, because there's the video, but then there's also the sound.
Yeah,
you need too. When he plugged that in and pressed play, and I was in that theater, and I heard that beautiful. Craig, it sounded so good. Yeah. I used the MP4 file, and it looked so good, and it sounded so good. And I was like, thank the geocaching gods, thank the GIFF gods that I'm not going to have to. I thought I might have to cancel the event.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was stressful.
That's stressful.
It was really stressful.
I know myself, Josh. You've seen me when it comes to technology.
Oh, I think you would. Yeah, you would have. I don't know.
I wouldn't have any hair left.
I was stressed
because I'm the type of person. You see me all the time, Josh, with any of my film and my technology stuff and cameras and whatever. If something's not working for me, I'm like, it's got to work. It's got to work. I've got to do this. It's got to work, because I'm very much. It has to happen sort of guy, it has to already be done. It's already been, tested. It's already been, so I wouldn't have been able to handle that like you did. So well done.
Yes.
To you and Tim as well. Thank you, Tim.
Yes. And one more thing I want to say before we we finish here. Another thing that was a little bit tricky, and the minute they announced it, they have all the names of all the film creators, and ours was it said Team Vlogger.
Team Vlogger, what?
And there's a lot of vloggers now. It's not just the geocaching vlogger.
No.
And I was like, hey, we reached out to HQ. I was like, could you put our names on the reel?
Yeah.
And by that time they had already sent it to the whoever edits the full reel. They said that's already done, but they changed it on the website. But here's the bummer is like, I don't care because I'm people know this week I've been posting these last 2 days. I've been posting all over social media. That's my film.
And you're also in
I'm in it. I'm in it.
Yeah. And even Chad was getting messages.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. But Craig was fully behind the camera on this one. And I want people to realize, and you said it before, Craig did most of the heavy lifting on this. I'm convinced I would not have been a finalist, or it would not have been as good. I could have maybe pulled off the idea, but it wouldn't have been what I wanted. It would have been a half-ass version. It would have been because I don't have the skills. And this is the fifth time that you're a finalist.
Fifth finalist, yeah.
Fifth, which, if it's not a record, you're tied for somebody, I think, for a record. Yeah. So I just want the world to know, like, this is your film, and it's unfortunate
it's our film, Josh.
It's our film, but it's unfortunate that that people weren't aware of that, and I'm really right. I'm bummed by that. But that's why I'm using my loud megaphone for the next week. I've actually run, Craig, I told you this, I've actually run ads. I never run ads on Facebook. Yeah. I run ads to push our GIFF film. I mean, it's already been seen by a lot of people. But I'm like, I want it. And here's the reason. We worked really hard on it. And we're really proud of it, and we want people to see it. So I wanted to get it in front of as many people as possible. So,
and we're proud of our video, and that's a rare thing.
Yes, we've said proud a lot in this one. So there you have it.
You know, someone else I'm proud of, Josh, is all our patrons as well. I'm proud. We wouldn't be able to have this podcast without them. We wouldn't be able to. You wouldn't be able to put ads on your.
Yeah.
No,
I'm not using.
That's self-paid. That one.
Yeah, that's me. Yes, we are proud of our patrons, and we want to thank you for all your support. And if you're sitting there thinking, gosh, I listen to the Treasures of Our Town podcast all the time, I really get a lot of entertainment out of our podcast. If you want to support us, we would really appreciate it. This is a completely 100% supported podcast, and it's all on Patreon. So you can go to patreon.com/treasures of our town. There we have golden nuggets, and they'll probably be, they won't be, though they're going to be the first ones to see the behind the scenes video I'm going to put out this Sunday. Nice. But I'm going to be working on it before that. So hopefully by this Friday, by the time they all listen to it, it'll already be out there. But they get to see stuff before anybody else, and so that's what's going to happen. So support us.
If you're a proud patron, we thank you for that as well. But make sure, let us know on Patreon as well when you watch it. Let us know your thoughts and your opinions, and talk to us on this particular podcast as well, like this episode, and we'll go from there. But otherwise, Josh, how can anyone else reach out to us if they want to contact us?
Feel free to reach out to us at Is This Heaven? No, it's Gilby.com. Just kidding.
You need to get that. I was just letting them know that.
Is this heaven? No. Oh my gosh. I have an idea. I'll tell you later after the podcast. Okay. Feel free to reach out to us at treasuresofourtownpodcast@gmail.com, or you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, or our Buzzsprout site. Just simply search Treasures of Our Town Podcast, and you'll find us there.
And that's it for our show today. Please subscribe, rate, and review on your favorite podcasting app. And as always, Josh,
may your travels always lead you. Oh, I'm really struggling. May your travels always lead you to the most unexpected and amazing hidden gems like heaven or Gilby. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for listening. Thanks for your support of our podcast and our filmmaking.
Bye.
Bye.